Hello, my friends, and I just wanna just highlight one thing. Football. Football is all about socializing, my friend. Okay, and 5 years ago, I had a problem in in my own family. Because I wanted my son to have that. To socialize himself and making a lot of friends and obviously with his studies and socialize with me, with his dad, with other friends and everything, because football is really great when you know how to use it, so that time, because I wanted him to be interested in football, I said to him, so the school, I told him, please get us people that can inspire you. So I told him, hey, we got this Ronaldo, all this Portuguese guy, and and because I wanted to show him some Eritrean, Habesha, or Ethiopian famous people. So Isaac, what's his name? Isaac Alexander Isaac was very young that time. He was still in Sweden, but kind of he had a bit of a fame very young. We're talking about 5 years ago or 4 years ago. So I told him, hey, we got this Eritrean boy as well, oh, you're gonna be better than him, kind of thing, So I wanted him to channel all his energy so that he can love the sports, especially with Eritreans, with daddy first. Of course, I'm really great footballer, my friend. It's all about socializing, just making a bond with the people who are very close to you. When you're working for big firms, you have teams, my friend. Okay, you go football, or maybe you go running to represent your company, and you go like all this cancer research team. You go all this athletics, running for marathon, to make a big about their name and their company, organization that they represent, charities they try to fund, So they do athletics and in a very good way, okay? So you got a lot of very famous companies and they got their teams so that they can bond each other. They set up football teams, okay? So that's the whole idea. So that was the idea, I mean, the spirit of all my motive, because I wanted my son to be inspired by seeing Eritrean imagery, Eritrean, maybe Ethiopian, obviously, we are brothers and sisters. So I gave him all these two kids, Ronaldo, he's a Portuguese guy, and Eritrean, Alexander Isaac, okay? So all of a sudden, they just showed this Alexander Isaac name so high, my friend, So they took me out from the scene. That guy, he just gone, my friend, the whole idea about football, the way it's played in the West, it's not kosher, it's not halal, my friend. Okay, so they use that imagery. Because what happened is we got a lot of young kids, black kids, who are from broken families, brought up by single moms, like that. That's really serious crisis in the West, my friend. So these kids, they are shattered, my friend. They are destroyed because they don't have any father figure. They don't have any leader. I mean, they don't have anyone that they can try to emulate and inspire to be like. So all the Europeans, so these kids are really they're destroyed inside, my friend. Their souls, obviously, they don't have any someone figure, a father figure. So these kids are psychologically crushed, my friend. So they are prone to kill other people, maybe murder, maybe steal something, and so you got all this ghetto mentality, all these kids coming from broken families, okay? So the Europeans, they make kind of all these footballers so that these kids are not gonna just shoot everyone at one turn, mag everyone. So they create that really magic system called football. All this hooliganism, okay? So that's the whole thing, okay? You don't see a lot of Indians in the football world, my friend, because the Indians, the millions of them, my friend, you see them on the top executive, you got simple Indian man working the 18, 24 hours in his shop, but his son, he's got really top leader in the world, big corporates, my friend, okay? So we have to learn this discipline, okay? So it's not just something like you say, hey, he's a shopkeeper. No, my friend. These people are extremely highly disciplined and, they sacrifice everything for their kids. And whereas we Eritreans, Ethiopian, broken family, right? The kid go there and the mom go there, the dad go there. Okay, so that's the whole idea of the spirit of all this football. Okay, and the Europeans, they use this football as a Hollywood arm of all this propaganda, like, you know, our kids to be followed by these kids like this Alexander Isaac, like, you know, they're really like this Elvis Presley of all this Nevada, all this gambling. It's a gambling. Football is about gambling now. It's about money making. But for the kids, they think it's real, my friend. All this is illusion. Okay, it's very good to give a good background. The whole idea in the ancient world, you go all these gladiators, like, you know, all these Roman kings, Caesars, all of them, like, you know, they make these prisoners, or maybe some people who are criminals, like, you know, they just make them fight with the tiger, with the lion. So they gorge them, like, you know, all these poor people, like, you know, and they make them fight each other. So modern football is the same thing. It's gladiators, my friend, okay? It's not something you just brag like, hey, my friend. It's illusion, it's marketing, okay? It's just really, it's not the right way, okay? So what you do is you educate your kids, my friend. You have the education. You just don't make them, like, you know, kick the ball, like, kind of thing. It's really dumb beside that. You kids can't be really empty inside, no education whatsoever, no social bonding skills, no social learning about their culture, about Eritrea, you know. They don't know nothing about their family members back home. They don't know how they live. They don't know their country. What they know is only kick the ball. Oh, did you see Arsenal scoring? Did you see Newcastle? Did you see Manchester City? You know, that's gladiators, my friend. So the ancient gladiators in the hippodrome, what's the word, has come into the stadium arena, okay? So it's old ancient idea to keep all these mobs, my friend, all these hooligans, oh, we be a kind of lager. So it has come back in a new way. Football, my friend. You channel all the energies, all these people into football. Yeah. So don't use these kids, my friend, okay? So Alexander Isaac has to be seen from that angle, like, you know, not just because I'm against him, like, you know, he's really, like, you know, brilliant boy. I'm not against him. In fact, I do have a lot of respect for his dad, you know. His dad works so hard, you know. But we as a general, as Eritreans, Ethiopians, like, you know, we don't have to have all these kids like our role models for our kids, my friend. Our kids, you know, we got a lot of plans for them, okay? The same way Alexander Isaac dad had a plan for his son, we got plan for our kids as well, okay? Our kids have got their own passion, okay? They don't have to be used for this gambling, all this kind of marketing thing, like all this athletic or this football kind of a gladiator, my friend. Like, you know, you make them born, my friend. They don't have any life except kicking a ball, okay? And so exploitation, psychological exploitation is manipulation. I don't want my kids to have that, my friend. I want them super global corporate leaders, entrepreneurs, my friend, you know. Well, obviously, they have to have the skill of the football for them to mingle with other people, socializing, you know, building their self-confidence, you know, their body, physically, intellectually, everything. But I don't want them like just ball kicking, dumb head kind of thing, you know. So I just wanted to give you that background. Obviously, politicians use these kids so that these are anchor kids they use for the other kids. Like, you know, you go all these girls are like, you know, girls are very soft, you know. So when they see a very famous person, footballer, all love that kid, all the kids, they use them. Okay, so they use these kids as an anchor leaders so that life doesn't exist except football. So it's a propaganda machine, like you see in Hollywood kind of thing, you know. So I just want to say a word or two about this, just to, you know, to straighten the record. Okay, thank you very much. And just to give you the background. Bye.